Oh, yes. Again, back in your life. Good afternoon to the universe. It's me, Teray Harris, Syndicate the Lonely Gun. Look, I'm at a cemetery. Not because I'm at a funeral, because I'm not even at a funeral. That's the crazy part. I just got pulled to this cemetery. The crazy part is I don't got no relatives, no friends, nobody I know, no coworkers that died and got buried over here. I just got called here. I was about to go feed the ducks and just go walk around the pond and clear my head. And something told me I needed to come here and just take a walk and clear my head at this cemetery. My message to the universe today is this. If you feel like you're not living your life, if you feel like you just merely existing, my best advice to you is to just go to a cemetery where you don't know where nobody buried at and just go walk around by yourself. I came here because I had to do something really important. Lately I've been feeling like on one side I'm happy to be alive, but on the other side, lately, I know the truth. I haven't been carrying myself like I'm happy to be alive. So I had to come here and recalibrate myself. I had to just hit the reset button, go back to the drawing board. What's wrong? What's going on in my life right now? So ultimately, I came here to do two things: to just remind myself how short, how precious, and how fragile human life is. And the second thing was to try to go out and find some type of inspiration to keep me motivated these days. Because honestly, I don't always feel like I'm operating at 100% of my capabilities. Ever so often, I hit a dead end in my life where I feel like I'm not moving as fast as I know I can be moving. I'm not moving as effectively as I know I can be moving. I'm not accomplishing as much as I know I physically can. So that's why I came here today, to bury the old me. I came here to put him to rest. He gotta go. And please don't get it twisted. This is not a message about suicide. This is a message about productivity. This is a message about letting bad and negative energy go. Like, find a place, find a burial site, and just take it with you. Take it, let it go, release that energy, release that negative energy. If you don't do nothing else, please take these words with you. Remember this. Remember how short life is. Remember how precious life is. Please cherish your life. Remember how fragile it is. And remember how quickly it all can be taken away from you in 2 seconds. When you really sit down and think about it, we only here for a little while. Then after that, it's time to go. And that's why I'm here to encourage all of you, including myself. Please, if it's possible, start today. Do whatever you can to provide purpose, to provide meaning, to provide substance to your life. I just been standing here in one place, just taking this view in, just taking a look at downtown Midland. I've been pacing back and forth around this random cemetery for about 30 minutes now. The same cemetery that really ain't that far from the hospital that I was born in, just thinking about my life. All right, I'm about to share a personal story with you. True story. Worst thing that ever happened to me. Last year, March of 2021, out of nowhere, like close to my 32nd birthday, I start feeling these pains in my chest. At the same time, start feeling these pains in my back, like every time I inhale. Every time I draw in a breath, every time, it just feels like, take a look at this. This right here, this is solid metal, okay? Solid metal, look at this. This is solid metal. Picture somebody balling it up in their fists and jabbing you right here in the back, right here, every time you take a breath. And at the same time, every time you take a breath, just stabbing you just like this, every time you try to breathe in, every time you... somebody's doing like that. And every time you let go, still feel like that. So you can't breathe. So around my 32nd birthday, I start feeling like I cannot breathe. It hurts to breathe. So I had to take shallow breaths just so it wouldn't hurt. So many days went by and I couldn't even breathe. So eventually I get rushed to the hospital because I couldn't do it no more. So now I'm at the same hospital that I was born in. I get brought in on a Monday. Now it's needles in this arm. Now it's needles in that arm. They put me through all kind of tests, MRIs and all of that stuff, trying to figure out what's wrong with me. At the end of Monday night, they tell me, Teray, you got pneumonia. Tuesday afternoon, they say you also have COVID-19. Now I got coronavirus and I got pneumonia. Same disease that coronavirus had killed a whole lot of people last year. Pneumonia killed a lot of people last year. I'm about to double die. So that's where my mind state is the whole time I'm in the hospital. So for 5 whole days, it's IVs in this arm, IVs in that arm. It's MRIs, all kind of tests. 3 a.m, they come in, draw my blood, and I'm not getting better. I can't even get up. And every few hours, that restaurant from the hospital is going to call you. They're going to call you, hey, Mr. Harris, what would you like to eat for breakfast? What would you like to eat for lunch? What would you like to eat for dinner? Until eventually, I remember one day, I remember blatantly just getting up from my hospital bed and just unplugging that phone line. Like, I don't want to eat this hospital food no more. Hey, for real, I don't want this grape juice. I don't want this apple juice. I don't want this nasty hospital food no more. Hey, just let me die in peace. Nobody came to visit me. And the whole time, you want to know what I was thinking the whole time I was in that hospital? The only thing I could really think about is, not only am I about to die alone, I ain't never gonna see my daughter again. That's where I'm at mentally. I'm never gonna see my daughter again. And I'm sad the whole time. But I'm thinking also in the back of my head, I gotta make it out of here. I can't let my daughter be out here in this world by herself. So I'm mentally going through it. I'm having conflicts, but I'm like, I got to get better, got to get stronger. Eventually, a couple days go by, they release me. I make a full recovery on a Friday. So ain't that crazy how everything works out in full circle? Brought in on a Monday, released on a Friday. I was brought into this world in March of 1989. I was actually born on a Friday. So in a way, you could say I got my second chance at life on a Friday. Born on a Friday, but also reborn on a Friday. Trying to find something positive to leave y'all with, something positive to leave myself with. And as I've been walking, I had an epiphany. It just hit me like just now. I know what I want my legacy to be. I want to be remembered for giving you good music, great stories, and hopefully some good positive advice that helps you reach whatever you believe the next level of your life is. So my question for you today is, how do you want to be remembered? What would you like for the people to say about you when your turn comes and it's time for you to leave this planet? When you take this view in, when I take this view in, there is a beautiful message behind it all. When I really think about it, I'm really not that far from death. When you really think about it, none of us is. Nobody is really that far from death. All we really have is time until you don't got it no more. So that is why I am begging you, please do not take this short amount of time for granted. Please cherish all these moments, the good times as well as the bad times. And if you got an opportunity right now, I want you to go in that room and hug your kids as tight as you can. Please hug your kids for all the people who can't, all the people who wish they could. Because at any moment, any second, you could fall asleep for the very last time. And a few days later, maybe even a week later, somebody could be right here, standing on top of you. So that's why I want to ask you one last time, how do you want to be remembered? My name is Teray Harris, also known as Syndicate the Lonely Gun, and I hope you approve this message. And until the next episode, peace, love, and turkey legs.